We're joined today by David Selfe, CEO of TG Metals. David, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David.
Lake Johnson, Western Australia, why is this area so interesting?
Okay, so it's emerging lithium province now. So it was originally only explored for nickel, and then until we discovered Burmeister lithium deposit, and now we're proving up Jägermeister lithium deposit as well. So it's really growing in importance for WA.
And you've got a big neighbour.
Yeah, we do. Rio Tinto first put themselves into a presence in the area by pegging tenements, and then they've done a joint venture with our next door neighbour's Charger. So yeah, they're literally our next door neighbour.
And at Burmeister, you do have interesting met results just recently released. What were some of the highlights?
Yeah, so we put our first lot of metallurgical test results out, which is ore sorting up to first stage DMS. And we managed to produce an SC6 concentrate, so over 6%, 6.31 to be precise, from DMS. So that's great because DMS is one of the lowest cost metallurgical processes you can use for hard rock lithium.
And more results to come?
Yeah, so we've still got to finish off our flotation test work program, and that'll be done, probably finish up in early November. And by then we'll have the full suite of concentrate specifications as well as recoveries for a future plant.
And looking to drill at Jägermeister?
Yeah, so Jägermeister, we discovered that earlier on this year. That adds a second string to our bow in the region. It'll add extra future tonnes. So you know, Burmeister, we're looking at around 20 million tonnes as a target. Jägermeister is probably going to be about the same or larger, and it gets thicker. It's looking like it's getting thicker towards the west, so we want to put a few more holes in to the west and test out the thickening of the pegmatites as it goes to the west.
You touched on drilling. What is the plan for drilling and what are you hoping to achieve?
Yeah, so ultimately we need to prove up first resource on Burmeister. So we've done metallurgy ahead of time just to give us that confidence that we do have something which is going to be a saleable product, and of course it is. SC6 is the standard. So we'll have to move forward with our first maiden resource on Burmeister. To get to there on an inferred resource, because of the consistency of the pegmatites, we only need to do a 100 by 100 metre drill program, which is quite wide space for lithium pegmatites, and that'll we'll get that underway sort of early next year, and then prove up our first resource hopefully sometime next year.
And you touched on that focus on being the lowest quartile. Why is that important, and how does that help you ride through the bumps, if you like, of the lithium ups and downs?
Yeah, well, if there's one thing that the lithium price roller coaster has taught us over the last 2-3 years, is that to see it out, you need to be able to have production costs which are below the current price. So that's where we want to be in terms of a future operation at Burmeister. We need to be in the lowest cost quartile. That way you can survive through the downturns in price. And while the market's still immature, there's going to be a number of these probably for another 10 years, like it was in iron ore, for instance, until it settles down to a fairly steady price with not such large variations. And
funding, well funded?
Yes, we are. We raised 10 million in November last year, and we've still got well over $6 million of that left now. So that's seen us through with some further drilling on Burmeister and the initial discovery of Jägermeister as well, and our met test work program. So we've still got, basically what we've got is what we floated on back in 2022 now. So yeah, back to that sort of cash balance. So really no need for us to go and raise money anytime soon. But we are being very prudent with our cash at bank at the moment, while the lithium market is still in a bit of a downturn.
Where to from here? What should investors be focusing on over the next 6 to 12 months?
So for us, we're getting ourselves ready for the next uptick in lithium price. It will happen as soon as there's the site supply-demand balance comes back in, and then we'll be ready to basically launch into a resource at Burmeister, and then launch into our first feasibility studies.
Focused on cost, well funded, exciting results to date and plenty more to come. Looking forward to following the story with interest. David, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.